It is Weather Impact Live, and I'm meteorologist Robert Speta. There's meteorologist Lee Southwick. Hi, Lee.
Good afternoon, almost. Yeah-ish.
Yes.
Morning, and then afternoon if you're watching at 3 o'clock. There we go.
It's a Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
There was so much happening in our world here in the Southeast, across the United States. Space news.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There is a lot. You know, we had the severe weather yesterday. We were kind of previewing that yesterday in Weather Impact Live. The severe weather did roll through parts of the country. You're going to talk about that too. And then we love space. We love talking about space here. So
especially with Lee, had the opportunity to be down there for Artemis. I kind of wanted to go for the Falcon Heavy launch tomorrow.
Ooh.
I'm shooting something at the same exact time for the Hurricane special.
Ah.
So unfortunately, but it is one of those launches because the Falcon Heavy, which is launching tomorrow, is it's one of those big boy. It's like it's 3 Falcon 9 just strapped together.
And I do know, like, so yesterday we tried to stream the launch here, and then it got scrubbed and pushed back till tomorrow. So maybe we could stream it too. If you, Jackson, I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, that's the plan, he said. So you can watch the launch here on First Coast News Plus. And the other thing is, of course, we're tracking those wildfires, but we just got a little bit of good news.
Yes. So one of the big news is right here is the Brantley County fire. This just came to us just moments ago. 32% contained right now.
That's a huge jump. It was 6%. Now it's 32%. So although we want it to be 80, 90, 100% contained, 32 is a good update.
And one of the big reasons for it was overnight cooler temperatures. You had that kind of cool onshore breeze, bringing a lot more humidity to the area, which helps out these wildfires. And on top of that, remember the severe storm we had right over the fire dropped almost 1.5 inches, nearly 2 inches based on radar estimates.
We got the actual rainfall.
Oh, yeah, we did?
0.4 to 0.8 inches. But it was beneficial.
Okay. My numbers were high, but that is still nearly 1 inch of rain.
Close to it, yeah. So that's still, and they even said it was very beneficial. It helped the firefighters protect more structures. Like, great news with that.
I mean, and that's the big thing. Whenever it does rain, like if we get like a deluge over the course of 2 days, that'll put out the fire. But if you get these shots of rain, it's not going to put out the fire. But what it does do, it helps.
Absolutely.
The firefighters kind of coating stuff down. You know, the area is still smoldering. All of that.
Yep. So we were grateful for that rain. And just to tease ahead to the forecast, a couple more chances for rain coming up. So
we'll get to that in just 1 second. Onshore breeze, though, right now, you see Brunswick, 12 miles. So it is blowing some of that smoke a little bit further towards the... Oh, my computer just froze up. Okay. Some of that smoke a little further towards the west. I could see this out of the Junta. Kind of it was just a moment ago. It was very hazy there. Also, I do notice in this specific shot, see all the tents in the foreground? It's all the first responders out there. Like, usually this shot is empty.
Wow, that's so right. I didn't even really clock that. That's all the first responders.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Because usually this pavilion area, there's no one ever there.
And so I'm trying to look, because this camera, we have taken it a couple times, and usually it's not the clearest image, like we understand. So I think what we're seeing now could be a little bit of haze, a little bit of just the camera's a little blurry. But you said earlier it was hazy.
And I think over the course of no one's gone up and cleaned the camera. So I bet you over the course of the last 2 weeks, a lot of the smoke is kind of built on the camera and a little film, and even all across the First Coast, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that the kind of getting that little kind of stickiness on the car too from the smoke kind of building on it. Also out in Clinch County, still got that fire going on there too, so we need the rain for that. That's continuing to be ongoing. And then of course the Clay and Putnam County fire, that over 4,700 acres still burned, but that one's mostly contained. You know, speaking of the smoke, I do want to show some video from this morning since we're kind of going through and walking through this. Just showing out a video out of Brantley County. You were about to say something though, Lee?
I think, well, Jackson, I want to check on Jackson, but I believe that containment went up yesterday for the railroad fire too. So that's even more positive. I think was it 80 yesterday? What is it now, Jackson? 80%
Wonderful.
Contained.
So
good news. Which fire? Pineland Road Fire is at 23% contained. This one, the railroad fire, is at 80%. So, yay!
Right. I will fix that almost right
But let's
here
take that video that you talked about. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and this is actually, I think this one's actually from the weekend, but it just shows like the flames just absolutely massive with this fire, the smoke plume which has been blown off of it. These are some of the homes there in the Waynesville area that were burnt from it. The amount of structures, but also last I've seen, it's over 20 homes, like people's homes. Because sometimes they say structures, but a lot of times it's like, like a shed or something
Hmm.
like that. But also all these homes that have burnt too. It really is just
It was a
been,
lot of homes, unfortunately.
yeah.
I think it was around 90 structures, but they said a lot of those.
They just updated that too.
Oh,
Okay,
Jackson's
new
giving me,
update
we
coming in
got
on
new
that.
updates that just came through like moments ago.
So
So,
90 structures, 82 homes.
oh my
That's
goodness.
what,
So
yeah,
I was way off.
that's what I thought.
82 homes. Okay.
90 structures, 82 homes.
That is,
Horrible.
and
Horrible.
yeah.
Awful.
So it's the good news is that it's contained, because once we get this, it's not contained, but it is up to a fairly decent number of containment at this time. And once that happens, the threat of it expanding is decreasing. So for all those homes in communities nearby, the problem is if the wind changes, then that containment may break, which was one of the big problems right at the beginning. Remember, like they thought they
Hmm.
had it contained there around Waynesville.
And then it jumped the road. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
So the when we say it's up over 80% contained, and we're trying to stay positive here, that doesn't mean that the
Oh,
fire is going to be put out.
the Brantley County fire?
Yeah.
That's 32% contained.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's up from 20 to 30. I'm getting these numbers mixed up in my head. Excuse me. Thank
okay.
you, Lee.
It's up from
Lee's just
6%.
covering me today. She's
It was
handling
at
all of these
6%
stats.
containment. Now it's at 32, so it's very positive news. And the railroad fire is 80%. There's
There
lots
we
of
go.
fires.
Yeah. Lee's handling this today. I should just give you my notebook
No,
and
no,
have
no,
you
no,
go
you're
at
good.
this. But it's really important to get these numbers right, as well as just the impact on everybody out here. But the big thing is that the winds change, and also if we get an increase in rainfall, which we come back to the forecast, we do now have a weather impact alert for Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, all due to an increase in showers out here.
So today, our fire risk a little more elevated than yesterday. It's a bit warmer. Tomorrow's a high fire risk, so we got to be
Hmm.
really careful. But then Thursday, thank goodness, rain is in the forecast.
Not only just a little rain, like we got, especially in southeast Georgia, it
Hmm.
does look like we're gonna get a decent little shot out there.
So this front, we're watching fronts, and that's what's going to help bring the rain. I was just looking at Thursday's rain, and you can see how it's really hovering over Southeast Georgia, which is great for the Brantley County fire. Um, it looks like the first round's going to move in Thursday morning. Oh, that's according to the graph.
Yeah.
So one of these high resolution models that we look at, first round of heavy rain across Southeast Georgia in the morning hours, then perhaps another round in the afternoon, and that can cover more of parts of Northeast Florida as well.
Yeah.
And then we get that big setup Saturday into Sunday. Now, the one negative, just want to say this before I get too excited about
Yeah,
the
of
rain.
course.
Everyone needs to be aware that there is a risk of severe weather a bit on Thursday, and then again Saturday night into Sunday morning, we could
Mhm.
have a few stronger
And
storms.
the worry about that is, of course, damaging winds, severe weather, bad, but also the lightning that comes out of those storms, because
Yeah.
it may be raining, but I mean, you can still spark some new fires coming out of it.
And one of the worst case scenarios too. So the lightning, remember, it doesn't have to be raining for it to even lightning. So lightning could strike in a dry spot. And if that means the storm's close enough, you could get an outflow boundary. Then that's wind to
Mm,
spread the fire. So
yes.
you need the rain, but we need to avoid the wind and avoid the lightning.
That was one of my worries about that storm that hit Brantley County on Saturday.
Mhm.
Is like the rain went
Sunday.
directly over it, which was good, but if that storm like skirted the fire and all they got was the gust front coming out of it, that would have been just
Anyone who
worst
was
case.
streaming with me Sunday night for that storm, I kept repeating that. I was like, come on, rain, stop lightning, stop wind. We don't want the lightning, we don't want the wind, but
No,
come on,
just
rain,
a
come on, rain.
good. And at least with that weekend setup, it does, like, it's coming out of the Gulf. It's part of this front, but it's kind of the moisture coming in from the
It's low
southwest.
pressure coming out of the Gulf, yeah.
It feels like it's going to have a lot of rain with it.
Oh, we love a good soaking rain. I mean, I know most people, there are a
Optimistic.
lot of events happening this weekend. So that's
Mm.
the one bummer. But so far, I've kind of had put some feelers out there, and so far people are like, "Well, I want the rain," So like, I guess we'll take it when we can get
One
it.
of the events I noticed that you're going to be kind of working with is the Fernandina Beach
Shrimp
Shrimp Festival,
Festival,
and I noticed
yes.
they canceled their fireworks and
Yes.
over to drones.
They did because of the burn ban.
That's
The fireworks.
smart. I like it.
Yeah, so smart. So fireworks not allowed anywhere. We're all under these burn bans. But the firework show is one of the most popular events of Shrimp Fest. And so I think it's really cool that they found a way to do something else that's awesome in the sky. Beautiful show. Drone show.
The
A
drone
lot
shows
safer.
are cool.
They
I mean,
are cool.
I watched that one downtown here a couple months ago, or about a month ago. It's so cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's different. It's fun. I like fireworks just as much as the next person. You know what? Take advantage of it. And
We
then-
gotta ask the Jumbo Shrimp to do now because they usually do fireworks on Fridays and Saturday nights.
Yeah.
So we'd be like, get some drones out there.
Yeah, come on, fire ban, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah. We
It's
love a
right
drone
across
show
the street.
for us.
So yeah, Thursday mostly in Southeast Georgia, but some of that could creep in by the evening. But the big thing is every drop of moisture counts out there. We are still in this just exceptional drought.
Yeah.
We need the rain. That's it.
That we do, and I'm glad we are going to be tracking rain chances here in the coming days. But we really do need the rain, and I don't want to jump ahead, but I'll say, speaking of rain, some places got some bad weather yesterday.
Well, that's exactly where we are right now. So we're talking
Yay,
about
same page.
the broader picture. I love starting with this because this is a clear example of an April setup where we're going to have severe weather. I mean, look at 30s, 40s compared to 70s and 80s. And right in the middle of that line, of course, is the battle zone, as it's called sometimes. I don't know if you want to be dramatic. It's the severe weather out here. And in fact, we have reports of damage from Illinois to Oklahoma to Missouri to Wisconsin to all across the Midwest. Actually, I want to show you. We got a package from Illinois, Germantown, Illinois.
Oh wow.
Shaquille Brewster's out there and just kind of talking about some of the damage on the ground from one of the severe storms that rode through that area. So I'll hand it over to him and see what we got going on out there in Illinois.
Hi there. Well, daylight now revealing the power of what was the latest round of severe weather that swept through the Midwest Monday night. Just look behind me. You see this tree now on top of this home. You see right here, it looks like siding or what could be a roof from a nearby home. And across the street is a scene that you're seeing throughout this neighborhood. Street closed off because of debris, but neighbors now doing what they can to cut down those tree limbs and to get them out and clear a path. And that also shows why you're seeing about several hundred thousands of people across the Midwest without power, waking up without power this morning. We also unfortunately know that there are several injuries that have been connected to the severe weather, at least 2 injuries in the Tennessee area after there were tornado warnings overnight. The National Weather Service will be going out across the region to do those assessments. And then we know that a 39-year-old man in Michigan, according to police, was struck by a falling tree. They say that he was out warning others moments before that happened. They say that is something that likely saved other lives and prevented more injuries. You have folks across the area, across the region, now focused on the cleanup after what was yet another round of severe weather. Back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Shaquille, for that. That was just seeing the damage out there. And I'll show you some video actually also out of, this one's out of Oklahoma, a little bit further towards the south and west, of course, from Illinois, but the same severe storm of an actual tornado on the ground out here. Look at this video.
Oh wow.
One of these storm chasers here, Harry Weinman. I've seen his name before. He's usually out there. Actually, this
Ooh,
one's
twins.
right. I did see over the weekend they had one that got really close and a little bit of a rare Fujiwara effect with the tornadoes. This
Oh,
might
whoa.
be the same one here because you get kind of those two systems that get sit side by side and they kind of start rotating around each other.
Wow.
It's kind of neat to see. Well, so this particular one, just all part of that same severe weather outbreak. Of course, you had these tornadoes seen here, but also we had damage and some large hail go to a little bit further towards the north out of Hannibal, Missouri, where they had some large hail. If we could throw that up on the screen too, just showing some of this stuff, taking some of the damage out here. Um, we had widespread power outage reports in that specific area too.
Oh, so this is Missouri, you
Yeah,
said?
this one's out of Missouri.
Man, that's what I have a friend who lives in St. Louis, and
Yeah.
she said yesterday it was scary. Those tornado sirens were going off constantly. she was so funny. She was like, I wish I thought ahead better because I can't go get food and I don't like the snacks in the fridge. So that's another thing to think about before severe weather. Stock up your fridge so you at least have your comfort items while you sit through
It feels like
tornado warnings.
Floridians have that notion ahead of hurricanes.
Yeah,
like
we know.
Number one thing is you got to get your goodies, you got to get your beverages, you got to and just you get settled and into a safe spot
what,
where
like,
you feel comfortable.
That is my. Sorry. Well, so that any time that would be like my excuse to actually bake brownies for myself, like my comfort food. Like I want to eat what I mean, we're working our butts off here during a hurricane, so we can eat whatever we want to. But yeah, that's like always get your comfort food ahead of severe weather.
Well, there's other spots here where you probably wanted a little bit of that comfort food, and that's out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll show you some video out of there too, where. So this is just a little bit further towards the north. A lot of wind. So what happened was, the storms came through, but then the backside got some of that cold northwesterly breezes that set up.
Is this the video?
It's sorry. Oh, he does not have. Okay, so all right. Well, anyways, Milwaukee, a lot of power outages in that area too. So
I gotta check on my cousin. I got a cousin that lives there.
oh yeah, they got a pretty decent storm there last night. So we're not going to pull up that video here for you, but we can come back to the graphics. We still got a lot more to show you on a few different things, so it's all right. Pulling back, that's the broader hail picture we were just talking about with a
Wow.
lot of these severe storms.
Dallas got some good hail. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's from south to north. And over the past week, over 100 tornado reports across the United States. Multi-day outbreak, specifically from the 23rd to the 27th, and it could again take place here on the 28th. And 13 tornadoes alone reported on the 25th, with one EF4 confirmed.
Were there any deaths?
I have not seen any reports of deaths or anything.
Good. Okay.
But it's just a lot of damage to a lot of buildings,
yeah.
a lot of homes out here. And then you can see here on our Tuesday, another round there in Dixie Alley. It was a severe weather outbreak. Pulling back the picture kind of shifts towards the east, but it looks like kind of those multi-day severe outbreaks winding down by Thursday and the Friday as this whole front starts to move into our neck of the woods, where it's not going to be quite as severe a threat. But still, I mean, it's there. It's going to increase our rain.
Yeah, that's our job to worry about. We'll watch it closely for you, but not that, big tornado outbreak like we were seeing across other portions of the country. And, yesterday, I forgot to mention this in Weather Impact Live, so if I just could quickly, yesterday was the 15-year anniversary of the super tornado outbreak that impacted places like Tuscaloosa. A lot of people remember that. There were over 300 deaths.
Wow.
It was a 4-day outbreak, but the most amount of deaths and the most amount of tornadoes were on the 27th back in 2011. So.
And that's why I popped up this graphic right here, just to remind you, we are the peak of tornado season is mid-May, but it really picks up here in mid-April. So this is not, as you say with the anniversary there, not out of the realm of normalness. So if anybody's thinking, oh wow, this is
what's happening,
like
this is normally the atmosphere sets up late April into mid-May for unfortunately a lot of rotation possibilities out there.
So it's more severe weather possible out there, but for us here on the First Coast, Thursday, increasing rainfall. It shouldn't be anything like that. There's a slight chance of severe weather, but nothing like that. Switching up the news again here.
Okay, space time.
Space news. Yay.
Yay. We have 3 space nerds here in this room. Us 2 and Jackson.
So Launch Complex 39A, our favorite launch site.
Okay. But I think it was 39B for Artemis too. So
that's
that's
right.
my favorite one now.
Yeah, okay. 30, you're right. You're
But
right.
we like 39.
39A is where Falcon 9 usually launches from. 39B is where NASA usually launches. So we got a Falcon Heavy.
This little big rocket.
I said Falcon 9, SpaceX. But it's a big rocket. It's multiple Falcon 9s basically strapped together. Thing is about this one, the launch path is going to go due east. So unless you are close to the site there in Titusville, you'll be able to see it from Jacksonville, but it's going to be kind of faint and moving away, unfortunately. I need to update this graphic because it still says Blue Origin on it. I had changed the date. That was a sneaky little thing on here. You can see in real time where I'm like, oops. But 10:40, the dates are right. 10:43 a.m. tomorrow, Launch Complex 39A out there at Cape Canaveral if you want to check it out.
I like that. I mean, I think a lot of us want to check it out. And you can check out the night sky. Aquarids, meteor shower.
I can't say it. Aquarius. It's from Halley's Comet.
Okay.
That's the fun tidbit about this one. It's from Halley's Comet. Yeah, I heard Jackson in the background. Really? Yeah. So Halley's Comet comes through like every 82 years or something like that. Might be 76. But the trail left behind by it is on the same orbital plane as Earth. So once a year, Earth kind of basically drives them through it, and you get about 10 to 30 meters per hour in the northern hemisphere. If you really want a good show, you can go to Australia, where they get about 50 to 60 meters per hour in the southern hemisphere.
Okay, very cool. Well, I think we're gonna have some cloud cover around, but it's not impossible to see, so that's great.
Because it does peak on May 5th to 6th. So
Okay.
we got a little bit of
some time.
We got a little time. Maybe make it. But and always remember, I always kind of think about the meteor showers. It's not going to look like our cool graphic there, like unless it is like a once in a 1,000-year event, which happened like in the early 2000s. We had one, but it's not going to look like that. It'll be like, oh,
there's what was that?
And then 15 minutes later, oh,
you gotta really,
that's what a meteor.
Set up at the beach and just be patient.
Yeah, be patient. It makes it all that more exciting when you do see one.
Yeah.
Say that. Lee, I got one more video here for you.
Okay.
Why you shouldn't fly a hot air balloon into a windstorm.
Okay.
Yeah, because it happened in California at, where was it? Elk Grove, California, where, thank goodness. No one was injured in this. There was one pilot on board. They had this hot air balloon out there because they were opening up a new casino, and the hot air balloon swiftly flew into said casino.
And no one's hurt?
Yeah, the one pilot on board. He was just holding on pretty well, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
The news, the report I read said he was. So there's no additional information. But what I surmise is that they probably wanted to put up the balloon. I see the rope dangling there. They had it strapped to something, and I bet you it got loose.
Oh,
okay. That's my guess, because you can see how windy it is. Like, there's no way they thought this was a good idea to go flying. So
it's not a good idea to put it up at all.
Yeah,
bad decisions.
So that he got away from it. You actually can see the pilot jumping out here in a minute. He's like, okay, I guess I'm safe. And he gets out and he starts trying to, like, somebody get out there and help this poor guy, though. He's trying to wrap it up.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Whoopsies.
Hot air balloons have been in the news, like, more frequently, I feel like. Like, was it?
Is that guy trying? There's one guy trying.
The guy running around?
Yeah, he's trying his darn to get the rope right there.
But that's going to... I'm sorry.
Pick you up and make you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You are not stopping that thing.
Like you ever watch the Macy's Day Parade when things get really windy?
Yes.
Like there's not one person holding those balloons.
They put it down to the ground, and there's so many of them.
Yeah.
That's so true.
That one guy, that is optimism that you were gonna grab that and go, yeah, I got this. It's a balloon. It's air.
Sort of. Yeah. Yeah. I love the confidence of some people.
Mm.
But you know, we just had that like 2 weeks ago. There was the hot air balloon that landed in someone's backyard. That was like a viral video.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, like why are we seeing so much about hot air balloons all of a sudden?
Because it's 2026 and we have drones and we have planes, and why are you using a hot air balloon to fly? Well, I guess because it's relaxing. I don't know. That doesn't look relaxing.
Yeah, that's so relaxing.
It does. Yes, so relaxing. Very fun time.
All right. Well, I think we're almost out of time, aren't we?
Yes, we are. That was a 30-minute broadcast. There you go. So we're going to keep you posted on the wildfires. So we have a new update at 4:30 here at Weather Impact Live. We'll walk through and tell you the latest on what's going on with there, as well as everybody being impacted by all this severe weather. We do hope that we do get that rainfall here on the first coast. And space news. We didn't get to your package, though, on the space stuff. That's all right. We can save it for tomorrow.
It's on social media.
It's on social. Okay, yeah.
And I'll be back at noon with a weather update, and we'll have updates on the fires at noon too. And then, yeah, you guys are back at 4:30, and we'll just continue to keep a close eye on those fires.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.